Yes, this completes. Yes, this completes it. Ain't no motherfucking helicopters flying around here like this at this hour. Never. He's circling me too, if you can't tell. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Good afternoon. Good evening. You know the drill. You know the drill. I'm in tip top shape. Alright, check this cloud out right here. Yeah. Today, we're going to go into Gospel John today. Now, I guess I'll tell you exactly how it went down. I am preparing for this weekend. This weekend is Super Bowl weekend, and we all know that AJ loves doing decodes. AJ is the occult decode master. Maybe that's what I'll start calling myself. This is the occult decode channel. Nobody can decode your occult, your friendly neighborhood occult, like your brother AJ. So YouTube has deleted all my stuff, so all my other work has been completely erased, which is okay, because why? Because we've done nothing but get better over time. All that old, terrible production, that stuff's done. We make the heavens look good, even when it's raining hell over us. So, the whole point of this practice of the Super Bowl and the halftime show, it's not really them trying to do something, but more along the lines telling the public what they are doing. And usually it's always in what they're doing with the destruction of God's temple. Because they can't destroy God, the best thing they can try to do is destroy his temple. His temple, there, brothers and sisters, is what? Your body is the temple. Now, I'm not too fixated on the morning lords going for their morning sun worship. Really not too fixated, even though this cloud over there, right before I started doing this, one of those lights come from flying that direction, flew right in the mouth of this thing, and poof, disappeared. The second it flew into the mouth of this. So this is definitely some kind of ship right here, something right here. There's a chain coming through right there. Remember, I think they got the chain fooling the sun and stuff. Big ass head right there. Like always, imitating me. It's one of the reasons why. Look at the rays. Here's the rays of salvation. There's the rays of salvation. So for this, we're going to need to get in our Bibles. Now, Bibles, right? Right? We all know what's up with this. We all know what's up with this. They change things, they change wordings around, they do this, they do that. Oh, I should have wrote down a book. Well, last night I'm sitting there and I'm wanting to. I'm watching the Super Bowl because I'm getting ready to do the decode, and I already have it to where I got it all set up. I'm ready. I'm ready. All I got to do is show up and go watch it. Now, I'm not 100% yet on this. This just came to me last night. While I was watching the previews, it kept flashing the date on the screen. The date is 2/13/22. Now, when I Googled this, I typed in the Google search engine, BIBLE 2/13/22. When I did this, it took me to John chapter 2, verse 13 through 22. Now I'll put it up on the screen for y'all to see exactly, because my version, obviously my King James version is going to be different than what you're going to get online. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's really not different. These Bibles really aren't different. Everybody's fucking got their panties in a bunch because the Bibles are all different because the wordings and stuff is and like that. It doesn't matter the translation I read. I get the exact same thing from no matter whose translation it is. So the translation of the story of John chapter 2 verses 13 through 22 talks about how, now I don't have my places right. I am no biblical scholar. All right. So I'm not going to get these names right. I can't even remember people's names, period. But I can remember your face real well. So don't judge me because I'm not sitting here dissecting scripture. The story was when Jesus and his disciples showed up to this town or to this city, and they were all selling cattle and trading money and doing all this stuff. And in one version it talks about Jesus destroying the market, flipping tables over, going, acting like a crazy person, and then makes a prediction that that it will fall. Okay, the city that they're talking about took 48 years to build. Donald Trump enacted Operation Warp Speed 2 years ago, which marked the 46th year of medicine and how far they've come with medicine and vaccines and stuff like that. The destruction of God's temple. Up to 2 years ago, the years have been 46. In 2022, where we're at right now, the years come to what? 48. 48 is massive in the occult world. Just like 23, 69, 66, 36. The occult have jacked these numbers and used it for this witchcraft of oppositeness. Because when you try to imitate God, you can't imitate God. You can only like try to do what has already been done. You just think you can do it better. That's why I think it's funny how people think that lords are gods or lords are God. But then again, if you're worshiping something because it wants you to call it God, then you might as well be worshiping yourself. If you have that theology in your head. So it's been 48 years since they began the destruction on God's temple with medications and vaccines. If you think about it, what are they doing? What do I say they're doing? They're imitating, okay? They're trying to reenact, they're trying to recreate the days of old. I got a real fucking crazy thing for y'all to think. What if they're not recreating the days of old? What if the whole Bible is a prediction of how we're living right now? What if the Bible, that's all it is a story of our future, our past, present, and future? No matter what time you live in, you can take this information I give you at any time that you're here on this earth, no matter the time, 1940, 1820, 1530, 2022. You talk Christ, you speak truth, you're going to be hated no matter what. So, what completes the destruction of the temple? It's not just destroying the eyes, the ears. That's not good enough. They have to get into the blood. And what's the best way to get to the soul? So, once they've gotten your money, okay, what did Jesus do? He overthrew tables, the money and all that stuff, the cattle and all that shit. He set them free. Okay, think about it. What's happening with personal businesses? What's happening with farms right now? What's happening with money right now? They want you to think that government is God, that government is the Messiah. The only way they can do that is to imitate what has already been done. And God has already promised us that He would never do that. Hence why I'm here. Ooh, I got a phone call. Sweet. I knew I wouldn't be able to run through making the video without some kind of interruption. I knew it. Especially this kind. I'll be right back. Hey, caramba. I had a lot of issues with my structure yesterday, and a lot of what's that boat doing? Okay, a lot of people doing work. A lot of maintenance has been happening. I made a prediction that that as the times go on, all these old technologies and stuff like that, after God judges these spirits and all that stuff, that a lot of these things that have been operating and running our lives are going to start failing. So they have to start changing out the technology. And I can tell you right now, they do not have a new technology in play. Well, there is one. There is a tech. I don't want to tell y'all too much information because y'all are gonna think angel technology is fucking witchcraft. Y'all are gonna think gifts from God is witchcraft, but witchcraft is a practice. Ritualistic practice is what witchcraft is. We don't do witchcraft. We don't practice witchcraft. Never have. Okay, where we leave off? Oh, their agenda, correct. Their agenda. So their agenda, right? What completes the destruction of the body? What was I talking about? Someone, well, you can take the eyes, You put this technology, which is that's what technology is. These technology. This is the fallen angels. They mined the fallen angels and turned them into technology. They're running out of that stuff because there is no more left. They've done used all there wasn't that many of them. Remember, it's not an infinite number of fallen angels. It's only a third. Third of the angels fell. One third. After 60 years, 80 years of mining them, you're gonna hit the fucking bottom of the barrel. I can promise you that. You're gonna understand that ain't nothing in this world infinite except our Father. And for you to be ordained by He, that be impossible. It'd be so impossible. If it was possible, you wouldn't be here. Just to let you know. And then you also need to stop confusing fallen angels with angels. Also, you need to stop doing that shit too. Not everything in this sky is fucking fake and evil. To preach that, to teach that everything that you look at in the sky, it's no different than your life that you live. Everything is corrupted. You have to be able to see past it and through it to understand. You can take that into whatever thing. But what it is the metaverse. That's what they're talking about. The whole Super Bowl commercials and all that shit. It's gonna be about UFOs, aliens, and the metaverse. The metaverse has these goggles. Now the way to the soul is through the eyes. To peer into heaven would have to be to peer through the eyes of a human. Because the way to heaven, way to God, is through your heart. How you get there through the eyes. Once they make your pineal gland mush in your brain, it's just fucking retarded. It's real easy to numb you off and have something else take over, which completes the mark of the beast. That would complete the mark of the beast right there. The internet going up into this metaverse, people plugging into it, the vaccines and all that kind of stuff. It all plays into one thing: the destruction of God's temple. 2:13:22. Straight up. Google search. Type in Bible 2:13:22. Get saved, everybody. Be blessed. May peace be with you. Ready? 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 Check this out. Chemtrail. 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 That's a chemtrail. Chemtrail. It's a chemtrail. See how pink it is. Okay, now what's that? The sun's hitting that too. It's right next to that. What is that? That isn't pink. That means it's not a fucking chemtrail, right? If the chemtrails are lighting up pink right now, and that's not pink, that doesn't lead me to believe that that's a chemtrail. There's more of what I'm talking about. Hey, hey, popular today. That's funny. It also kind of looks like it says LA, right? LA. Oh, go ahead, people. There it is. Make your fucking prediction. Go ahead. Fuck prediction. Go ahead. Go put money on LA right now. The sky just told you who's going to win that game. Now, what do we need? We need to look for what? Numbers. Let's see if we could find a two-part number today in the sky. because if you can guess the winner and the exact score, man, you could put $100 down on it. If you guess that shit, you could win like $1 million just by putting down $100 by sitting there calling the team, the winning team, and calling the score. So let's keep our eyes to the skies today as we continue to bring this information to y'all. Oh, and I guess we might as well add, we haloed up.